And welcome to Rocky Stone Field here in Moncton, New Brunswick for some exciting MFL action between the Moncton Mustangs and the Halifax Harbour Hawks here on this Saturday afternoon. Chris Corey, glad to be joining you on the broadcast here with color man Bob Prosser. Going to be bringing you all the exciting football action here this afternoon as we check in here on the coin toss at midfield. Both teams getting ready here for week 2 in the MFL, or week 3 actually. I guess Moncton's 1-1, coming off a rainy victory here over the St. John Fundy Ducks. So it looks like Moncton's going to receive here after the coin toss. What are you looking for here today, Mr. Prosser, in terms of football strategy here as the Ducks or the Harbour Hawks look to take on the high-powered offense of the Moncton Mustangs?
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. They both had close games against St. John Wanderers. Very evenly matched. Mm-hmm. It'll come down to who executes, and the Mustangs have a big offensive line. The Halifax is a little bit lighter, but they're quick.
We're going to break here for the national anthem. And we're ready to go here for kickoff on a bit of an overcast afternoon here in Moncton, but everybody's happy after the rain game that took place here last weekend.
Yeah, it's a much nicer day for football today. A little bit cool, but they'll be able to move and stay moving without getting tired out.
That's right. Even staying dry helps helps with the speed here, but both teams will be anxious to get after it here. Some good spring weather football as both teams set up here for the opening kickoff. As you were alluding to earlier, Bob, Halifax, a bit of a younger team, maybe a little undersized, but highly skilled. You're going to have a lot of young kids out here with fresh legs that are looking to fly around and make some plays. Head coach Mika Brown, former standout at St. Mary's University, at quarterback, now the head coach here after suffering Achilles injuries last year while quarterbacking the Halifax Harbour Hawks. So he's relegated to calling the plays here from the sideline. But like I said, a young, fast, explosive team here from Halifax. Looking to start things off here as we get a flyby by the Ducks heading to the pond at Centennial Park.
So Mustangs have Akeem White back to return.
White is deep. Not going to make it to White on this one. Up back. Looks like Aubrey Ellis picks that up. Good 15-yard gain there or so for the Mustangs. So to start out here on the 48 or so.
Aubrey Ellis on the return.
The kick wasn't too deep. Aubrey was able to pick it up and get a few yards. The Mustangs are in really good field position to start off this.
Yeah, great field position for the Mustangs, who have the wind at their back here in this opening drive, as that kickoff from Halifax was into bit of a brisk breeze here at Rocky Stone Field this afternoon. So you're going to see the Mustangs set up here. They got a big offensive line looking to establish the run here early. As the carry goes for a 9-yard scamper.
Yeah, the Mustangs use that very good offensive line they have, pulling guards and open a big hole. Easy to run through that.
Nice run here. Looks like that may have been...
And Aubrey was able to push for a couple extra.
Ellis in the backfield. Quarterback Dan Comfort in the shotgun, or pistol formation. Handoff again. That looks like Cam Morley. Out of Acadia, number 88. Nice run there, moving the chains for the Mustangs. First down here on the first two plays. Do you think this is what Moncton needs to establish here early on, is get that run game going?
Yeah, absolutely. They're grinding out. They've got a big O line. They can run behind that all day.
Moncton known here for its running ability, and you're going to see here the big bodies in the backfield. They look to pitch right here to Morley. Good outside contain there by number 18 from Halifax. It's going to be Jared Melnick. Good upfield contain, forcing that run back inside, letting his linebackers clean that up.
Yeah, Halifax's secondary are athletic. They were able to close on that quickly.
And that's, I think, if Moncton tries the speed game outside, Halifax is going to be athletic enough to cut them down. But I think if they run between the tackles, they may have a little more success here as they did on that first series. Back in the pistol now is Comfort. Looking to throw here, rolling left. Looking for a corner route there. Going to his go-to, Leslie Green.
The D lineman, 70 from Halifax, was able to get some pressure on him and maybe force that throw a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Some good pressure by Halifax up front. Smart by Moncton as well, moving the pocket here earlier in the game. Now looking at third down here. Is Comfort throwing situation here probably for the Mustangs. Little flare to Ellis. That could be a lateral. Incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. That brings up fourth down.
Hard to tell if that was a forward pass here. We might be able to see on the replay.
It was just forward enough that if anything bad happens, it's incomplete. It doesn't get picked off and go the other way.
Yeah, just ever so slightly went down that 55-yard line, but enough to be a forward pass as the Mustangs now in punt position. Ben George, Moncton High grad, playing out of Acadia, back for kicking duties here for the Mustangs. He has the wind. This should be a good kick. Definitely deep enough. We could see the ever-exciting Rouge as the ball caroms out of the end zone. Wind assisted, of course, but Mustangs are on the board here with a single point.
One of the many highlights of Canadian football, the Rouge.
And obviously Bob being an official as well here at the high school level and the senior level. You're well versed at the scoring capabilities of the Canadian League here with Rouge and safeties and all the quirks of the Canadian game.
Yeah, and the Canadian kicking game and points off of kicks and
banjo jokes. We'll get into those later. Halifax now electing to take the ball on the 35 here as opposed to the kickoff, obviously, where Moncton does have the wind at their back. Looking to get a little more field position here out of starting at the dead ball spot. As we see Brocklehurst here in the pistol. Hand off to looks like number 34. Or 24, that could be Andre Diaz.
And the Mustangs just closed on that quickly. The whole team kind of gathered around.
Some good flow to the ball there by the Mustangs. Blake Alain out of Mathieu Martin making the tackle here as the Harbour Hawks tried to run off a right tackle. Brocklehurst back in pistol formation. You can see Halifax running a 5-man line here as opposed to a 3-man line. Looking to spread out the Mustangs defense, but they are swarming to the ball here early.
The Mustangs are really stacking the box up front, taking away any of the run.
Nice play there, number 41 for the Mustangs, who's not in the program. But either way, he made a nice tackle. Passing situation now here for the Harbour Hawks. Brocklehurst is going to look to throw as they go spread set here. 5 receivers, 3 down linemen. We see our first flag and we see our first big hit.
Pass is incomplete. Flag down on the right.
On Brocklehurst. That may have been Ben Dunstan getting in to the backfield here. So he lays a big hit on the QB, just able to get that ball away.
So the Mustangs had a good 4-man pressure here.
That's a good job by the Mustangs. Halifax had 3 in protection, and you bring 4. That usually means your quarterback's going to get hit.
So it does look like a procedure penalty.
Against the Mustangs. It'll be 3rd and 11.
So Halifax, another chance here, 3rd and long. You can look at Moncton's 4-man front here, as Brocklehurst is either going to want to move the pocket quick or this ball has to get out early. Ball's out in the air. Oh, nearly picked off. Number 20 for the Mustangs.
That brings up 4th down.
Number 10 was open. The ball just floated a little bit, and the Mustangs were able to converge just enough to get a hand on it and knock it down.
Thrown into triple coverage there. Brocklehurst was looking for Aaron Way Frazier. But again, throwing into the stiff breeze. Sometimes when you're throwing with an arc like that up into the air, you want to throw more of a low, tight spiral to cut through the wind. Obviously that hung up there too long as 3 Mustang defenders converged on it.
So now Halifax back to punt.
And again, the kickoff was not overwhelming into this stiff breeze. It's going to be blown dead as it's a short kick up to about midfield here at the 50. So again, good starting position for the Mustangs as they come back out on offense.
Yeah, the Mustangs got to enjoy this field position. Again, they're running the ball pretty good on the ground, starting with a shorter field. Get a couple first downs, they'll be in the red zone soon.
Again, they came away with a single point here on that first drive. Picked up a couple first downs. Again, that wind at the back here of the Mustangs. That rouge coming off the foot of Ben George in punt formation, but I'm sure Moncton's going to want to punch a major in here at some point in the first quarter while they have the wind.
The Mustangs here will probably be looking to run the ball again.
As you see them set up, obviously they got some girth in the backfield here at fullback. As Ellis out of the pistol.
And Halifax's D-lineman 92 was able to shoot in there and slow him down. Getting a hand on him, get him wrapped up.
5, it'll be 2nd and 5.
Is that Caldwell running fullback here? 99 for the Mustangs. Former old lineman.
A very fullback.
D tackle as well here at Acadia. Out of Moncton High. If you can't run behind him, you're going the wrong way. Ellis again. Good run off tackle here. Looks to pick up first down yardage. He's brought down just about at the 44.
There's just barely a hole. Ellis was able to cut back just inside, see that small gap to slide through, and what a great running back to be able to see that and not just get piled up.
And this is where, again, I think Moncton's going to have more success running between the tackles against this athletic but undersized Halifax team up front against this monstrous O-line here for the Mustangs. Comfort again. Hands off to Morley. More of a speed back. He picks up 5 here on first down.
Yeah, Morley on the carry. They got 6. 2nd and
You see there, number 10, Aaron Way-Fraser again with the tackle, but sort of rolls up on his own player, who's still down on the field. Probably a high ankle sprain here after getting rolled up on here. Yep.
Hopefully it's nothing serious and he'll be back out after a couple plays.
And that's the thing here with the MFL Senior Football League. These guys aren't on guaranteed contracts. Most of these guys have to show up on work on Monday. So any type of injury can certainly be disheartening here, especially to one of your big guns on defense. And that's going to be number 18, Jared Melnick, walking it off here on the sideline.
I saw Halifax last week had a 2-man defensive line. This week they've been running 3. They must be prepared a little bit more for the Mustangs' run game and their big offensive line.
Obviously coming in against Moncton, you want to stop that run. You might want to have a 6-man box here for Moncton because they've got some big boys up front here as you see them stroll up to the ball. Comfort back in the pistol, having an easy day here so far. Oh, looking to spread it out here with a bit of a jet sweep to their slot back, number 3, Brady Newcomb, out of Moncton High as well. Almost a Moncton High pipeline built here. Coach Gaines with the Mustangs on defense, doing a lot of recruiting out of that Moncton High program.
And the speed of the Halifax defense, once one guy wraps him up a little bit, the rest of the team is there to gang tackle, make sure he cannot slip out for extra yards.
That's right, again, trying to go outside on this Halifax defense. They've got some speed burners outside. Able to cut them down. Now, in years past, when the Mustangs had Steve Cormier, who could get the edge, as they look to run here off tackle inside. Drugged down from behind, but looks like he's got enough for the first down. Aubrey Ellis here, short yardage for the Mustangs, moving the chains.
Yeah, on 3rd and short, they just brought up some tight ends and just pushed the wall forward.
See some big boys there moving the pile backwards. And looks like Gabe Saint-Germain possibly here for the Mustangs. Comfort back in the pistol. Off the left side. Nice cutback by Ellis. He's got a good 6 yards here or so on that first down as Moncton now inside the 25 here of the Harbour Hawks.
And Aubrey's powerful run after his first contact still keeps his legs pumping and gets a few more yards. The Mustangs haven't been using the pass lately, and they haven't needed it. They've just been pounding that ball.
And that's thing Ellis, low center of gravity, keeps those legs pumping, very powerful. In the quads. Quick hitch pass out to Green. He's up the sideline. Quick pickup there for Comfort on his second pass of the day. Enough to move the chains, but getting that ball out quick too. That speed rush outside from the Harbour Hawks.
Yeah, for sure. Setting the Halifax defense up on the run and then bit them on that wide pass.
Nice block out there too by Brady Newcomb. Receiver out there blocking for his teammate. Inside the 15 here are the Mustangs looking to punch one in. Oh, bottled up quickly in the backfield is Morley. As you can see, Halifax swarming to the ball here. Looks like a few more helmets in that defensive box here for the Harbour Hawks.
Yeah, the Halifax was able to send a blitz, and the blitz was able to catch the cutback of the running back and able to stop them up. Halifax has got to stop that run.
That's what they have to commit to here now, especially with their backs against the wall here, their own end zone, 15 yards out. Good penetration by the Harbour Hawks in that last run as they look to stretch the run here again as the Mustangs, Morley off to his right side. Taken down, might be a gain of 2 or 3 here.
And again on that stretch, the quick Halifax Harbour Hawks were able to come down on that running back. After the first one, the first tackler, the rest of the team swarms.
Yeah, first contact by Zach Kane, getting upfield to take away the edge here from Morley. You're going to see Lorette at center. Looking to lead. Morley trying to cut back off the left side. Halifax again.
Got caught. Just Halifax is getting that defense figured out, being able to shoot in some pressure, and getting the Mustangs stopped in the backfield is a big win for them right here in the red zone.
Good job. Basically, their D lineman got the double team. The linebackers able to step up and fill, and able to take down Morley for a short gain.
Halifax or Moncton here is going to go for a field goal, get some more points on the board. Both of these teams, their last games have been just a few point games, so every point counts.
That's right. Both these teams play each other tight. Oh, and a botch snap. Oh, picked up by Halifax, and he could go. He's got some blocking. I heard a whistle. I don't know why they're calling this play dead, but Halifax could be taking this back to the house. They have stopped on the field, but a botch snap here on that field goal as Ben George was looking to put Moncton up here by 4.
I think there might have been illegal interference on a loose ball. Maybe they wanted to, if that's what the call is, that will change this complexion a lot. That could have been a big break for Halifax.
And that basically blows that call dead right there. Where, like I said, if there is, once this ball is loose, if you impede somebody from getting up to get that ball. But he had a convoy of blockers. Nobody's going to catch States. DeJean States, DB for the Harbour Hawks, who was looking to run one back here.
It'd be interesting to see what the call was.
Let's see if we get an
on our
official
angle,
ruling here. Yep.
we couldn't see everything on the field, so they are awarding Halifax the ball, their first down on the 50.
Let's see if we get an official call here. I saw his lips moving, but I didn't hear the official call.
It'll be first down for the Harbour Hawks.
But a first down here on the Moncton Mustangs 50-yard line.
So that turnover was a big break for Halifax.
Big break for Halifax, keeping it a 1-point game, but really could have had a touchdown themselves here, come back the other way. Nice completion there up to number 10, Aaron Way Frazier.
That was a good completion. Halifax really needed those yards, and the Mustangs were right there to stop them for getting any extra yards after the catch.
You're going to see that ball was out quick. That was basically a one-step drop, and the ball was out as that pressure from the Mustangs on the last couple drives. I don't think Brocklehurst wants to take too many more hits like he did on that first drive, or it'll be a long bus ride home. But moving the chains here quickly. I guess this is second and short, but the Harbour Hawks in good field position here in Mustang territory. Brocklehurst from the gun. Another quick throw to Way Frazier. Out of his reach, a little high.
Pass is incomplete. That'll bring up third down.
And on second and short, the Mustangs had a 4-man pressure, but they were set back ready for the pass. And Halifax couldn't complete it. So with still third and short, this is a 4-down football. They'll have 2 more chances to get that.
Let's see if Halifax goes back to a run option here where they have a 3-man line and looking to spread the Mustangs out. 5 receivers. Trips to the right. And you can see the pass rush by the Mustangs. Number 7, Jerome Champagula from Moncton High.
It looks like the Mustangs called a timeout just before this play got off.
Just before this play, but if you see number 24 in the backfield come up to take that rush on. He stuck his nose in there. He threw the block, but there's a big push coming from the Mustangs on third and short. Halifax out looking to huddle up here, maybe re-strategize what they want to do here on third down. Looking to come away from points here with points on this drive off that missed field goal opportunity by the Mustangs.
Yeah, that's a big momentum shift. Halifax is really going to have to use this. They've forced Moncton into that timeout, and we'll see if they can get that yard for the first down and keep this drive alive.
And really, this is a big play. 32 seconds left in the first quarter. Halifax will get the wind in the second quarter, so they want to extend this drive and force Moncton to go into the wind here in the second quarter of this first half. Brocklehurst, quick throw over the middle. Frazier's got it. Looks to be enough for the first here to move the chains. Oh, sorry, that's not Frazier. That's number 40 for the Harbour Hawks, who is Manuel Fisher.
So here, Moncton had really good pressure up front. Halifax's quarterback was able to get the ball off. Kind of a tricky throw over the middle. The linebackers are in there to stop anything extra, but he got just enough yards to get that first down and keep this drive going.
Yeah, Halifax expecting blitz here by the Mustang linebackers, able to run a drag route in behind them. Pick up that first down. Last play of the first quarter here for Brocklehurst. Looking to air it out again. Throwing across his body. Oh! Wide open! Picked off by the Mustangs! And they're calling him down. I'm not sure why. Number 4, Israel Olunga.
Yeah, that ball was just a little high, tipped, and right into the hands of the DB.
I think that's his second pick here in 2 weeks. Former St. Mary's product out of Bernice McNaughton.
So he's down as he catches it. In amateur football, you don't get that extra run. Once you're down, you're down. So that's a big turnover for the Mustangs to stop the momentum that Halifax had just been building from that turnover, leading into another turnover.
That's the thing. Moncton now going to get the ball, not giving up any points. They are going to have to go into the win now, but able to keep this 1-point lead off a Rouge in the first quarter. Looked to go up 4-0 on a field goal. Unfortunately, the snap was botched, leading to that Harbour Hawk drive, which Younga was able to negate here with that interception on third down. Or actually, that was on first down. They got the first down on that third down play. So
yeah, so now with Moncton starting on a first down, kind of a long field here, I would guess that they're going to run the ball here, pick up some yards, get some momentum going back.
That's the thing, that big O-line looking to wear out that lighter defense here of the Harbour Hawks. You see them go with a bit of a 3-2 look. Some misdirection by the Mustangs, sorry. Nice run up the middle there by Ellis.
So the Mustangs did have a hole, but Halifax's D lineman was able to just reach out, get an arm on him, and get him stopped before any more damage could happen.
Gonna see her strafing off the offensive block. Halifax looking to put a few more bodies in that defensive box here. You can tell last week they played a 2-man front. Bringing pressure now as well from the... Oh, and a net pick by Halifax. Comfort intercepted on his own 30. You can see the athleticism outside here for the Harbour Hawks, number 21. Devin Taylor.
By the Hawks, Devin Taylor. It'll be first down for Halifax.
Reads that out to Newcomb and jumps it.
Yeah, the Mustangs were able to give their quarterback Comfort a lot of time to throw that. The Halifax defense just jumped that ball, and another big turnover.
Halifax playing a bit of zone there.
A close game like this, a turnover, that changes the game.
Well, this is definitely a break that Halifax needed, like you said, after throwing their own interception going in on the Moncton end zone. It's going to give Brocklehurst a chance here. He's just about at the 15. With the wind. Throwing it up in the end zone. Oh, just out of the reach. I don't know if he was trying to lay that up for Way Frazier, number 10. Or try to throw out to the deep post here in behind it.
Halifax's running backs were able to give good protection on the rush that Moncton gave. He was able to get the ball off, just wasn't able to connect with his receiver downfield.
Yeah, Brocklehurst having to move to his left here a little bit now with the wind. Maybe have overthrown that a little bit, trying to put some touch on that ball. But he's going to get another shot at it here again, going to the left, fade route to the end zone. Bit of contact there, but nothing major.
Pass is incomplete. That brings up third down.
Looks like he's going for Jordan Forrest. If that's number 25.
So yeah, Halifax taking some shots in the air early in this drive after their turnover, hoping to catch the Mustangs flat-footed, and just haven't been able to connect. Had some balls dropped in the end zone.
Good coverage there by the Mustangs. That was Eugene McKenna, sorry. Number 20. Brocklehurst now going back to way. Look to his right. The ball's coming out quick. But unfortunately, the ball was dropped. That was number 40, Manuel Fisher.
Mustangs still using their rush here, not sending any extra blitzers, being able to keep their DBs back there for pass coverage, and Halifax just can't connect on them.
QBs here for Halifax, straight out of high school, some young talent for the Harbour Hawks, a little more experience on the Mustang side. Comfort having played at Mount Allison.
So the Harbour Hawks will try for a field goal here. That'll put them up if they can connect this one for 3 points.
Even if he kicks it out of the end zone, it'll tie the game at 1.
He does have that wind. He could get it out the end zone.
Snap is down. Kick is up. Wide right. And it's going to come out of the end zone. Number 14 for the Mustangs, Akeem White.
Akeem was able to run the ball out of the end zone to prevent the points. So getting the ball out of the end zone, that'll bring the ball out to the 20-yard line. They'll be able to start their drive from the 20.
Looks like they'll go from the 25 possibly here, maybe where he was out of bounds.
Or, yeah, he gets his out-of-bounds position.
Yep, where he went past the 20. They'll give him his forward progress there, so Moncton escapes.
That's the key. When you've got to kick into the end zone, you've got to get it out.
Even if you get it out to the 1-yard line, it'll then come out to the 20, where it has not, where you did bring it out of the end zone. So,
oh, look.
Hard count there by Moncton, drawing Halifax offside. So it looks like a free 5 yards here for the Mustangs. They like to move Halifax back.
So yeah, Halifax's quick offense, still excited about the turnovers and just jumped that one a little bit. And close games like this, a penalty, a turnover, those things can cost you. So that'll slow the defense down a little bit too. They've got to think of that for their next play, not to give them those free 5 yards just on a little mental error, adrenaline rush after turnovers, and trying to keep this alive.
Smart play, though, by the Mustangs going on that hard count or 2 count, where you can see Halifax now looking to pressure up front. Comfort pulls it down, looking to run with the ball now, wrapped up nicely. Good pressure by the Harbour Hawks.
And yeah, their quick defense. Dan Comfort was looking downfield for someone to throw to, for something to happen, and then that just gave time for Halifax's defense to close in on him and take him down.
I don't know if that was Tyson Young, if that was number 26 or number 20. He's got some parts of his number there missing on his jersey, but either way, good pressure by the Harbour Hawks. They look to pressure again, bringing the blitz. Ball's up and intercepted. Flag is down. That's number 41, it looks like. Nate Adams.
And if this is another big turnover, that is a huge shift of momentum back and forth. This is a very exciting game.
Comfort thrown into the wind. Second pick of the day here. Good job by Newcomb, looking to strip the ball here.
Yeah, on those things, you can tip the ball back over, get it loose again. defenders aren't always used to carrying the ball, you could get them when they're switching directions and get that ball loose and get it turned back over on your side.
Especially some of these DBs like the hot dog a little bit too and carry the ball like a loaf of bread. Have it sticking out, so easy to cause a fumble sometimes when you're looking to high step into the end zone.
So I didn't see what that call was.
Looks like it was possibly against Moncton as the ball.
Oh, pass interference.
Pass interference, so negating the interception. And Ellis wrapped up promptly here by the Harbour Hawks again as they may feel a little robbed here from that interception being called back. You can see penetration right there, shooting the gap. Nicely done by the Harbour Hawks.
Very quick blitz in there, stopped him with nothing he could do about it. So yeah, that penalty on a interception really changes things. You got to be careful with those penalties.
Eugene McMinn's now coming off the edge for the Harbour Hawks. Just a bit of a quick slant here by the Mustangs, getting some yardage. Bringing them up to third and short.
Mustangs had their fullback pull out there, just get enough of a block to get a couple extra yards. Great blocking by the receivers and fullbacks. The Mustangs have a really good blocking system.
They do indeed here. Get some big bodies going downfield. You can see them set up here in a heavy package, short yardage. Ellis looks like he's got the first, but flags fly.
Flags down again. So in close games, penalties can change this game. So we'll see what this one is.
Looks like big number 63, Evan Melanson. A little slow getting up there after leading the way for Aubrey Ellis.
Mustangs did have a good push on a third and short. They'll use that every time they're on third and short. That was a good push. But unfortunately, with procedure against the Mustangs, it's going to go back, so they'll have to try again.
So 3rd and 6 here. You may not see that short yardage package by the Mustangs. Let's see if they go to the air here a little bit. Moncton likes to play that sort of 4-man front here with an H-back. Comfort to the air. Outside. Completes number 14, Akeem White.
And Devin Taylor from the Harbour Hawks was able to just hit him out of bounds, not before the first down, but stop any more damage.
That's right. The sideline's your friend on defense if you can get him out of bounds, but good execution there by the Mustangs. You needed 6 for a first. Basically hook at 7 and move the chains.
Yep, just grind it out. Keep the chains moving.
That's right. Moncton now over midfield into Halifax territory here at the 51. Comfort back in the pistol. Hands off to Ellis again up the middle.
Again, Moncton's offensive line was able to push, get a hole, and then Aubrey's powerful legs able to stretch for a couple more yards.
You're going to see the double team there up front, able to elude that tackle.
Yeah, he gets wrapped up and he still keeps fighting for more yards.
Yeah, 92, Zach Kane, middle linebacker here for the Harbour Hawks. Had Ellis wrapped up and able to keep those powerful legs churning. Pick up another couple yards after contact. Back to Morley here on the ground. He's going to get about
Halifax's quick defense was able to close in on that. There were some good blocks up front, but one of the backs was able to come up and wrap them up, and then that brings in the rest of their team to.
They finished them off. We got a Harbour Hawk down here on the field, it looks like. He pops back up. That's Devin Taylor, defensive back. It's a bit of a visible hobble.
So he'll have to take at least 3 plays off, and he'll hopefully he'll be back out and it's nothing bad.
That's right. We have yet to see the return of Jared Melnick, who left with like a high ankle sprain early in the first quarter. So already that defensive side here for the Harbour Hawks, you've got some offensive guys filling in already in the first half. As a couple injuries here, forcing them to go to the backups. Short yardage again here for Moncton. Play action. Comfort keeps it, looking to run with it. He gets the first down.
Comfort is a big, strong quarterback. You can see him take off with the ball at any time. It's never a bad call.
He may have had his fullback leaking out there for a little bigger of a pickup, but Comfort electing to pull it down and ensure that he gets the first down yardage. Sometimes you don't trust those big fullbacks' hands sometimes. But the drive continues for the Mustangs. Again, back to Ellis on the ground. He is corralled after about a 10-yard gain. And you can see the Harbour Hawk defender starting to drop here. Number 92, Zach Kane, went down hard on that tackle. Or that's number 20, sorry.
Ellis picks up 8.
So yeah, when Aubrey gets wrapped up, it looks like maybe some fingers caught in their jersey the way he spun.
Could look like an O-lineman here after you start dislocating knuckles. Hard to wear the championship rings when your fingers aren't straight.
I know that one all too well.
It's not quite the Chris Walby dislocated finger, but sometimes it's hard to straighten them all your digits out. Moncton now on second down. Comfort going to the air. Quick outlet pass here too. Is that Morley? Scat back number 88, Cam Morley, able to get to the outside. Bit of a flare pass here.
Yeah, but just pass to the outside and taking advantage of the Harbour Hawks missing a couple of their starting defensive players, maybe picking on a hole and going with just attacking some newer guys that aren't in that position all the time.
Like I'm seeing him switching the ball to the outside hand there. You can see Morley with the speed outside.
And just misjudge the speed of him a little bit, just pick the wrong angle, and he's able to pick up some extra yards with that speed.
Good job by the Mustangs. They're trying to get him the ball on those pitch plays early. Halifax was able to negate him. Let's see, to the air, touchdown! As Comfort hooks up with Brady Newcomb for the first major of the game here. A nice passing play. Comfort with lots of time in the pocket.
O-line was able to give protection. Comfort had all the time he needed, and they ended up with a receiver open in the end zone and connected that one. So maybe Halifax had to move some players around, some miscommunication in the backfield, and left a guy open for that touchdown.
Sometimes you're asking if you're in zone or in man in those plays, but it looks like Newcomb was able to sit between the corner and the safety. Found a nice little seam there in the defense, and Comfort found him as they look to go up. Going for two here, I believe. With Ellis. Oh, that's Morley, 88.
And it looks like he was able to get the ball across the plane of the goal line before it came out.
Yep. He did fumble on the play, but once you break the plane...
Yeah, the play's over as soon as the ball crosses that imaginary plane of the goal line. Right there.
Right there.
It crossed under control, and it only popped out after. We'll get to see a better angle of it here.
Yeah, this is an untimed play. So as soon as he breaks the plane, the 2-point conversion is good. So that puts Moncton now up 9-0 here over the Halifax Harbour Hawks. 8 points coming off that touchdown, 2-point conversion. The single point coming off the Rouge here by Ben George in the first quarter. As Halifax looks to respond here. 7:14 left in the first half. Halifax will have the wind on this drive.
Moncton has a great kicker here. He'll probably kick it deep, and their coverage team will try to stuff him down there. Halifax is looking for a big return here to get that momentum back. After some changes of possession, the momentum shifts, and so when they're on offense here, they'll get things fired up, get a few first downs, get some momentum back.
Special teams are tough. You got 10 guys down here to cover on this big field. There's a lot of room here for returns. As Moncton kicks off, that's going to be Deshaun States bringing it back here for the Harbour Hawks.
That's a really great return. Bobbled the ball a little bit. Maybe that allowed some time for blocks to develop. He had a lead blocker that he was able to follow, and just find a seam through a wall of black and red jerseys and pick up some good yards. So they'll have a pretty good starting position here, and like I said, get some first downs and the momentum going.
Yep, Halifax starting here at their own 48. Nice return there by States. Let's see if they can keep that going here on offense. As Brocklehurst looks to put together a drive here for Halifax. Going to the air early, going deep. Oh! Nice elevation by McMinns. Just unable to haul it in.
Yeah, he was able to jump up. That ball was a little bit high, but what speed and athleticism to get there, and but just wasn't able to hold on to it all the way down.
You're going to see Brocklehurst basically throwing that jump ball. McMinns elevates for it. Huge ups. Just unable to corral that ball as he went to the ground. But attacking on first down are the Harbour Hawks, looking to go deep. Let's see what they do here on 2nd and 10. Nice pass to Wade Frazier. Nice run. He picks up the first down and a little more.
So yeah, with 10-man football, the field seems a little bit wider, less players on the field, so he's got an open spot, just connects, and some good blocking by the other Halifax receivers downfield to be able to get him those extra yards after the catch and really get that thing moving.
McMinnis, nice blocking there on the outside, opening up that gap for Wade Frazier, but nice run, big man with the head of steam, hard to bring down sometimes. But he's been sort of the main target here for Brocklehurst in this first half. Back again to pass. Across the middle. Nice catch there by number 8. Spencer Wells in traffic.
Yeah, they're having trouble moving the ball on the ground, but they found some magic in the air, and through that near some Mustangs defenders. I've stuttered on Riverview. They used to be the Riverview Mustangs. I've been around this league a long time, and I can't shake that habit of calling them the Riverview Mustangs. The Moncton Mustangs.
Yeah, that was Cameron Bell in coverage. Acadia product. Highly touted linebacker here for Moncton as Brocklehurst in the grasp. Brought down nicely. Looks to be, is that number 32? Let's have a look here at the replay. That's going to be Alec Peller in here at right end. Working hard, getting low. Wrapping up.
That play broke down. It looked like the quarterback could have had some room to run. Just kind of juked the wrong way and got caught. And then nowhere for him to go after that. There might have been a seam.
Quick pass there by Brocklehurst to the outside. Gang tackled by about 6 Mustangs, but able to hang on to the catch. Nice job there. Looks like McMinnis again. He's really been stepping up here in the first quarter.
So yeah, the Halifax Harbour Hawks O-line have been able to slow down the pressure of the Mustangs and be able to give their quarterback enough time to get the ball off. They've been connecting some balls and moving the chains, getting some momentum.
That's the thing. Brocklehurst not nearly under as much pressure as he was in the first quarter. Again to Way Frazier. He looks to break it outside, still on his feet. Oh! He gets met by D. Lyman. Scraping down the line of scrimmage.
So yeah, after that first contact, he tries to make something happen, but when you take a couple steps backwards, that allows the
Felix LeBlanc.
Allows time for the Mustangs defense to catch him, and a big hit by Felix Edgar Levesque LeBlanc.
He's gonna take a big man to bring down Way Frazier, number 10, because he's a load. And really been the go-to guy here for Brocklehurst. Let's see if he looks to him again here. 4th down. Going to the end zone. Way Frazier. Jump ball. Intercepted by the Mustangs. That could be Bobby McIntyre.
So yeah, sometimes those jump balls are dangerous. They've been connecting on some passes on some jump balls, but this deep. The defenders have time to converge on it, and just 3 players jump for the ball, and the Mustangs come down with it with another turnover, another game momentum-changing turnover.
And that's the thing, Halifax going for it on 4th down, electing not to kick the field goal after the kicking issues they've had here on extra points and kickoffs and field goals already.
And so because that interception was in the end zone, they'll be able to get it out at the 20. On this one, an interception in the end zone. If he had to run it out to the 2, 4, 7-yard line, he would have got the ball there. So it was better to have it downed in the end zone.
Exactly, and Moncton starts off here. Again, quick flare pass to Ellis. Oh, that's Morley again, just to the opposite side. Oh, he looks like he hurt his hand, if not his shoulder, as he quickly comes off to the sideline. Hopefully that's not anything serious here for the Mustangs. But again, flare pass basically just to the opposite side of the field as he scored on. That could be his shoulder as he went down. Tucking the ball here with Morley. So Ellis checks back in. They hand it off to Ellis. So he cuts it back up the middle. Nice run there for the Mustangs. Looks to be more than enough for a first.
The Mustangs had a really good push. Aubrey Ellis was able to be patient, wait for that seam to open up. When it did, he hits another gear and just keeps driving his feet. There he is running out. He cuts it back inside and just drive, and squeezes those extra few yards out. He is a good running back, good powerful runner.
Looks like he's running behind Corey Lorette and Jarek Williams. Moncton High products. I think half the Mustangs teams are Moncton High here.
So here he goes again. Just running outside. His receivers are blocking for him. Picks up 8 yards on that good run. And unfortunately, we've got another Halifax Harbour Hawks player down. So
you can see him being attended to here. Face down on the ground is never a good sign. Let's hope it's nothing to do with the neck as he's face down.
But I know sometimes when you get hurt, you just need to breathe and try to evaluate what's actually hurting, what's wrong, how bad it is. Maybe it's nothing. We hope that it's nothing. It's just a stinger. He'll be back, but he's visibly in some pain.
You can tell, obviously, sitting up here, a good sign in terms of mobility, but some deep breaths as you try to get your wind back if you get a helmet in the gut. So he made the tackle.
Not sure. I couldn't tell what happened from there. So
yeah, I wasn't sure if there was any impact, if he appears to be able to walk off on his own accord.
So again, losing starting players from your defense, that's really a tough break, especially when the Mustangs are now getting some momentum back. You got to be able to stop them here on this 2nd and short.
And Halifax doesn't look like they have a 60-man roster to start with, so every starting defender you lose is a big loss. Oh, but it looks like Melnick is back in the game here, number 18 for Halifax.
Yeah, the Mustangs open up a big hole here, and he just runs up the middle. That running game is really strong. Key block there by number 3.
That's right, Brady Newcomb, receiver. You're going to see him basically pull in and lead up almost like a fullback onto that linebacker. Some receivers might be a little hesitant to do that, but good execution here on that blocking scheme by the Mustangs.
Ellis picks up 7. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You're going to see Ellis cutting it to the outside. Number 87 there as well, Chris Brown.
In another 2nd and short situation.
Quick hitch. Oh, he's going to look to come back across the field. Oh, crackback block! Taking out 2 Halifax defenders. There's going to be a flag on that play, as that block, I believe, has been taken out of the game here. But you're going to see a helpless defender from Halifax. You got a big old lineman who flared out for a pass earlier, come down and decleat him. Let's see if we can go back to that here as you see the tackle out of bounds.
So yeah, they went to that screen pass again and then cut it back. Was making a good run, fighting for yards here. The Mustangs running backs just keep those legs going. But yeah, as you said, there was a big crackback block or blindside block on this. The rules have changed on blindside blocks a couple times in the last couple of years. They really want to take that out of the game. So yeah, anytime a player is going back towards their own dead ball line and makes a block, that's an illegal blindside block. And hopefully this player is all right. He'll have to go off for 3 plays, but hopefully we see number 69 come back into it very soon.
Yeah, so it looks like says Lewis on the jersey, but Talil help in the program. But not only did he get a crackback block, his own guy almost took his legs out from under him there. You can sort of see him flexing that calf. But the start of that play, the left tackle for the Mustangs veered off as if he was going to catch a pass and then came back as that play cut back to the left side of the field and threw a blindside block.
Yeah, on those cutback plays, anything can happen. People are going all different directions. You've got to really keep your eyes open, one, so that you don't get hit, and keep your eyes open so that you don't make one of those illegal blocks. Because it's still a tight game. It's 9 points, but a penalty, a 15-yard penalty like that could change the game.
That's right. Minute 32 here left in the first half. The Mustangs now back to their 45. Quick pass out to White. Some nice moves on the outside by White. Those quick feet. Making a couple defenders miss here, so...
Yeah, he was open on the outside, and then you can see here the Halifax Harbour Hawks just converging on him. He's able to spin and make one guy miss, but they've got him wrapped up and they're converging on him.
The ball almost came out here as he made that spin move, but able to get both hands on it. Take it to the ground. So 3rd and about 5 here for the Mustangs. Comfort back to the air. Double pumps it. Green goes up to get it. Oh, and he fumbles! Late in the run as Halifax able to recover just outside their 20 with 1:02 left here in the first half.
Made a great catch, a big jump for the catch, and in that switching direction, switching arms, switching the ball, you can see there the Halifax Harbour Hawks trying to strip it out. The next guy does strip it out. The ball is loose. And another turnover, another momentum shift. We'll see what Halifax can do now with that unexpected turnover. They've got a first down. They're going to look to get some first downs out of this.
Deshaun State's able to punch that ball out here for the Harbour Hawks. As Brocklehurst back in shotgun here, looking to the lineman short here due to injury.
Yeah,
a quick timeout here for the Harbour Hawks.
Sometimes on a turnover, a change of possession, all your players aren't ready, and this is what happened. They were trying to hurry up, and they didn't have everyone there. So the Halifax had to burn a timeout in order to get their personnel sorted out. This may slow down and hurt their momentum they just gained from that big turnover. So hopefully they can use the time, get their play in, make sure everyone's on the same page so that they can move this ball.
Well, that's the thing. Sometimes you look over to your bench, and looking at the Harbour Hawk bench now, there's at least 2 players on the bench itself getting taped and wrapped, another player in the hut getting fixed up. So a big shout out to all the physio and athletic staff with these teams that help piece these athletes back together and help them compete at this level, because a lot goes into staying healthy on the field. Nice job by McMinns coming back for that ball from Brocklehurst, and he's still on his feet down the left sideline all the way to the 35 here, the Mustangs, with 52 seconds left on the clock.
He was covered here. He was able to jump up, get the ball, and make a guy miss, and just keep running. The yards after catch are big for this momentum swing. They gained huge field position after that turnover. That's a big play for them.
Well, the first deep ball completion really here for Brocklehurst today. About 60 yards on that completion and run after the catch. Brocklehurst again over the middle. Ill-advised.
That he had forced that one out. He was his intended receiver was well covered.
Spencer Wells, number 8, looking to go to him through that. Throwing high over the middle is never a good recipe for a quarterback. You'll see Brady in situations like that. He's going to throw it low, like at his feet. So the only guy who could catch it is his receiver if he happens to lay out for it on the ground.
Yeah, the ones over the middle can be dangerous, and it was just an incompletion on that one.
Lucky that wasn't tipped and deflected, thrown in the middle of the field like that. Brocklehurst again catches Spencer this time.
Yeah, another good reception. They're having some success in the air, but the Mustangs were able to tackle him before he got any extra yards on the catch. But good job for Halifax of getting a guy open, connecting the passes downfield and moving that ball. But it looks like the Mustangs will have to adjust something to take away that pass. They had already stopped the run earlier, so now they have to work on the pass game.
That's the thing. That pressure was negating the pass earlier in the first quarter for the Mustangs as flags fly. Brocklehurst backed away Frazier.
Pass complete, but there's a flag in the play.
So he's brought down just inside the 24 here, I think.
And another good pass. The Mustangs are only sending three-man pressure now. I think they had four-man pressure earlier, so they've got extra defenders back there to stop the pass, to cover any extra yards downfield.
You've basically got 7 defenders to cover 5 receivers. So if you're not getting pressure, you do have added people in coverage here too.
And it looks like this flag was against Halifax, so
Halifax taking a timeout. It's going to be about 3rd and 11 here. Once play resumes.
So here Halifax will take the time to catch their breath a little bit. They had a lot of those complete passes real quick, and maybe a little short on bodies. Make sure everyone knows where they're going, and secure this ball. They've got to get 11 yards here. 3rd down, and they're real close to the red zone. They want to see some points at the end of this.
Last thing, 24 seconds left. You're probably going over not only this play, but your 4th down play if you don't get the 1st down on this play. But you got to look at Wade Frazier's been his go-to target over the middle so far this first quarter. The big play down the sideline to McMinnis, 60-yarder. A lot of that on the run after catch here by number 20.
Yeah, with 24 seconds left, they've got time for 2 plays. They probably called both of their plays during that timeout. They're going to do this play, quickly get into the next play, hopefully catch the Mustangs, and get some points before this one's over.
Brocklehurst back. 3-man rush by the Mustangs. Ball's up for Wade Frazier. He's got the first. Inside the 10-yard line here for the Harbour Hawks. Nice catch by Wade Frazier. In coverage.
That's exactly what Halifax needed. They wanted to get close. They completed this pass. Now they're in a really good scoring position. They're running out of time. They want to get some points before the end of this half.
16 seconds. Brocklehurst over the middle. Incomplete.
Oh, he had a guy open, but those passes over the middle are tough. Wasn't able to hang on to it. But they did have a guy open. They knew their play call. They had it from their timeout. They used that timeout very wisely. Were able to get into position. But the incomplete pass will stop the clock. They'll have enough time to get another play in. Again, looking for points before the end of the half.
So 11 seconds. You've probably got time for one play. 2 plays basically in 11 seconds. As you can see here, number 91 for the Mustangs.
That's Felix LeBlanc.
Down on a knee.
So,
but don't be surprised if he looks for Wade Frazier over the middle here again. You're at the 9-yard line. Or if you try something, a fade or a deep corner here to McMinns, who's up at midfield here talking with Coach Mika Brown.
And Felix is getting up. It doesn't look like we'll have to call 911 for number 91.
Nope. Able to walk off on his own power here. As Brocklehurst jogs back into the huddle with the play call here for his Harbour Hawk teammates, who are going to look to come away here at halftime with at least some points on the board, trailing 9-0 at this point to the Moncton Mustangs, but threatening on the doorstep at the 9-yard line. Second down. Brocklehurst throwing deep to the corner. He's got McMinns. Flags are down. McMinns make the catch for the touchdown. This could be a roughing the passer call as well.
Lucas Brocklehurst.
That's a big catch. They had a guy open.
And he threw this well before he was open. He was thrown to a spot.
Yeah, they had this play called, and just run to the ball. We'll throw it up. We'll run to the ball.
Double move there by McMinns on the outside. Bit of a corner post.
And we'll see
if Brocklehurst takes a late hit here or not. Ugh!
Oh, yes.
Straight to the kidneys. They don't hurt when you score a touchdown. When it's incomplete, they seem to hurt a lot more.
Yeah, to get something out of it, you take those hits and you take those points. But getting hit like that repeatedly, it's something in the back of your mind. So that quarterback, the next time he's in that situation throwing, hopefully that won't be in his head, and he'll be able to keep connecting those passes.
That's second or third hit he's taken here today, and he's hung in there and completed those throws. See if Halifax can complete this extra point.
It is no good.
It is no good. It looked like a D lineman was attempting the extra point. They're a little surprised they just didn't keep the offense out and try for 2. As you can see, I think their kicking game is in flux here, I think, due to injury. But that keeps the game at 9-6 with 5 seconds left here in the first half. As I would assume Moncton would elect to take the ball as opposed to the kickoff.
So they have applied that roughing the passer penalty on the kickoff. So Halifax will be in a good kicking position, but really after the return, it'll be the end of the half. So won't be able to take advantage of this penalty really. So
no. And that's the thing of the danger as well is that even though you're kicking from the 50-yard line, the Moncton 50-yard line, it can still be returned here by some of the dangerous return men here from the Mustangs. Looks like Akeem White's back to receive deep. Not sure how deep this kick is going to go, as it's an onside kick or a pooch kick to the up back Ellis. He's brought down quickly.
He had nowhere to go by the time the ball came down. Halifax, they were able to collect on the ball and stop him from getting any yards.
Good job there by Al. It's hard to sometimes gather and catch those end-over-end kicks, but trying to go with a bit of a surprise onside with the field position they had. Moncton just happy to keep possession of the ball. Bring it down to 1.3 seconds here. We'll see if they just kneel out the first half. Looks like co-referee Andrew Bubar giving instruction here to the Harbour Hawks that they're just going to be taking a knee. So just a formality here, I believe, by quarterback Dan Comfort.
So yeah, there would be nothing much to gain from running a play here, taking a shot at it. The field's too long, the game's too close to worry about stuff like that. We'll just go in at halftime. They'll look at the things, look how Halifax has been moving the ball over the air. The Mustangs will try to make some adjustments for that. And Halifax will look at how Moncton's been moving the ball on the ground and try to make some adjustments to stop that.
That's right. The chess game continues in the second half as we return back to Rocky Stone after halftime here on Rogers TV.
You're gonna believe what you wanna believe when I say what I've done. So I told a lie, looked in your eyes, and I did you wrong. It was just a kiss, you didn't mean a thing, and I swear I'm over him. But you're gonna believe what you wanna believe, so I guess we are done. Can I make this right before we both move on? I know I made you sad, but here's where I belong.
turn it up, got weed, got liquor. Your body looking good, good enough to paint a picture. And I see something that I like. She with me tonight. Over there looking all good and whatnot. Looking like you want to, even though you say you're not. Steady trying to act cold when you know I got you hot. Whisper in my ear, I touch your hair, then you tell me stop. Now that's the I'm talking about. Yeah, no fighting, I'ma knock it out. And I ain't usually the type that'll run my mouth, but I'll go down south. On you, baby, it's on you, baby. What you wanna do, girl, make a move, baby. Look, I'ma pour a glass of Patron, see if I can get you back home. Yeah, so hop your pretty ass to my ride. Yeah, I've been waiting to get you right all night. So many reasons why I want you, girl. You can keep trying to hide it, but I know you want to, girl. I know you want to, girl. I know you want to, trying to front, girl, but I want you, girl. I know you want to. You ain't gotta lie. I see it in your eyes that you want a real like me. I know you're ready, girl. So while you're playing, girl, tell me what it's gonna be. And now you're looking out surprised, cause you hear the truth and you used to all lies, used to all lames. The proof is those guys, and you keep going back even though you said it died. Damn, I know you hate it when that happens. Too many boring scenes, now let's skip to some action. Little bit of sipping, little relaxing. Skywalker's the kush, I'm ashin'. Puff, puff, past it to you. These fools, they don't know what to do. Yeah, I got friends, so bring yours through. Nah, I ain't stingy, they can hit the weed too. Yeah, so hop your pretty ass to my ride. Yeah, I've been waiting to get you right all night. So many reasons why I want you, girl. You can keep trying to hide it, but I know you want to, girl. I know you want to, girl. I know you want to, trying to front, girl, but I want you, girl. I know you want to. Now that we alone, I'ma beat it like I said I would. And ooh, girl, your body looking extra good. Yeah, so put your legs on my shoulder and look back at me every time I turn you over. Knowing that started and we damn sure ain't over. She told me speed it up, then she whispered go slower. Yeah, that's how you like it, huh? I work it from the back, then kill it from the front. So many reasons why I want you, girl. You can keep trying to hide it, but I know you want to, girl. I know you want to, girl. I know you want to, trying to front, girl, but I want you, girl. I know you want to, I know you want to, girl. I know you want to, trying to front, girl, but I want you, girl. I know you want to,
The radio was in the boat while we were skiing on glass, and we were singing more than a feeling. That summer routine was a blast, and even though we tried so hard to run away from that small town, we knew we couldn't get real far from what we both together found. Just said The fire's glow ain't burning so far away. Can't deny the flames growing high. They're dancing like a ballet. 'Cause we can't run from burning love without setting our world on fire. So come on.
And welcome back to Rocky Stone Field, ready for second half action here between the Moncton Mustangs and the Halifax Harbour Hawks. Exciting MFL action here on Rogers TV. Chris Corey from Rogers TV, proud to be joined by Bob Prosser here doing color today.
So yeah, starting off the second half, Halifax is going to return. They'll look at more success in the air, and the Mustangs are going to keep working that ground game, keep moving that ball. It's a very tight game, 9-6, penalties, turnovers. The game's had everything. It could go either way.
That's right, tight game here, 9-6. Mustangs lead. Bit of a pooch kick here off the kickoff. Grabbed by one of the upbacks, number 92, Zach Lane, I want to say. He gets about a 5-yard return.
You know, a short kick like that, not real deep, but he gets a few yards of return. They're in a pretty good spot to get started off. He keeps driving. He's got 3 Mustangs he's dragging down with him and just keeps the legs moving to get that extra couple of yards. Every yard counts.
Good hands by a middle linebacker on that catch off the kickoff, getting a bit of a run back as well. It looks like he's going to be called into action here on offense too, with some injuries starting to pile up for the Harbour Hawks coming out of the first half. You're going to see number 10, Wade Frazier. Ooh, going to a bit of a
they've got a 5-man
QB
line.
change. Jaleel Stairs in shotgun. He's a more of a scrambling quarterback. Gonna be it smooth. They hand off to McMinns. Nice hole. McMinns really had that big play in the second quarter for the Harbour Hawks down the left sideline.
Yeah, Halifax made some adjustments. They brought some tight ends up on the line to have a 5-man line. A big push for their lineman, a big run. He had a gap to the outside and just drove ahead. So now they're 2nd and 1.
That's a nice explosive run there by the Harbour Hawks and McMinns on first down, picking up 9 yards. And again, new quarterback. Brocklehurst took a couple big hits there, especially one late in the quarter. Bit of a bobbled snap. Dogpile on the ground, and Wade Frazier is down as well behind the play. Looks like Halifax recovers.
So this could be a problem when you switch quarterbacks. He hasn't been taking snaps all game. Bobbled a little bit. They couldn't really react to that, and ended up with a small loss on the play. Luckily, they kept the ball because the Mustangs' defensive line, they're hungry for that ball. They'll charge at it. There was a swarm of them, but they were able to. Halifax kept the ball.
That's the thing, that D-line for the Mustangs getting after it here all day. Loose ball, but Halifax able to recover. You see Halifax running a bit of a 5-man line. Like you said, 2 tight ends. McMinns in the backfield, was playing receiver earlier in the first half. Trying to get the edge here with that speed. He's a burner. He's got the corner.
Wow, he'll be close, maybe just enough
He's
for
got
a first
the
down.
first down. Had to run about 40 yards to get 4, but look at the speed here as he breaks to the outside.
Yeah.
Carrying the ball in the wrong hand. There, he switches the ball. Good job.
And able to outrun those 4 Mustangs players, just get to the edge and pick up some good yards.
That's right. Nice tackle there by Israel Alunga. Taking him low with the quads. But impressed with what McMinnis has brought here offensively to the Harbour Hawks. Really a spark here for this offense. He's to the right of Stairs now in shotgun. Stairs looks to scramble. If he tucks it, getting to the outside. Oh! Finished off out of bounds. No flag on that, but he was hammered. And they're calling him to the sideline.
On McCarry.
If we see a replay of that, he did let up a little bit here before getting to the sideline. He thinks he's got him outrun. But you can see here, the stiff arm, then number 7. Helmet to helmet right there.
Yeah, he was trying to wrap him up, but his helmet just got in the way, and the way he landed, helmet contact, and then the helmet contact onto the ground.
You can see his neck ends in a precarious position here as he goes to the ground.
Rehab One Performance Center is the official physiotherapy and rehabilitation team for the Moncton Mustangs.
That's not what you want to see here, a young quarterback
It's the staff of Rehab One that gets them back into the game.
who's committed to St. Mary's next year,
And Riverview. Injured, think Rehab
being
One
tended
Performance
to, but definitely went down in an awkward position.
Yeah, that may be the big problem. His head was a little neck was a little sideways, and just landed on that funny, and it.
I don't know if he landed on it funny.
Well,
He landed awkwardly, possibly.
Yeah, it was an awkward landing on his head, and yeah, we hate seeing those.
But with anything neck or head, you're not going to take any chances. I'm not going to be surprised if he basically gets spine boarded from this point here. Is you can see him moving his feet in terms of mobility, but they really don't like to take any chances as they roll him over. So let's get back to his feet here.
He's getting up. He was probably mostly a scary moment, just taking that time to evaluate, like, how bad is it really? Is it actually hurt? How bad does it hurt? Just take those precautions. Make sure we're safe.
So I don't know if the if the Harbour Hawks are doing a little XFL here. Some of the names don't quite on the jerseys don't match those in the program. So we hope we've got their names right here. But Jaleel Stairs in the program, number 6, being helped off the field here. As Brocklehurst back into the game. Not sure if he was removed due to injury or due to strategy here by the Harbour Hawks, if they're looking to come out and maybe scramble a little more here with their QB. But McMinnis still to his right here in shotgun. Throw it off his back foot. Wade Frazier made that play. Picks up another 7 yards here after the catch.
Yeah.
But
that was a dangerous throw over the middle. There was coverage there, but the Harbour Hawks able to grab onto that ball, and then after securing the ball, go ahead for a few more yards.
Wade Frazier helping his quarterback out there, coming back to that ball, but Brocklehurst threw that off his back foot across the middle. Ill-advised pass at this point, but back to the ground with McMinns as he butts outside. Explosiveness from McMinnis. So he picks up a nice run there, 10-12 yards, moving the chains for the Harbour Hawks.
Looked like this was supposed to be a run up the middle. It just collapsed. There was nothing there. He bounced it outside. Good awareness to get outside, made a couple guys miss, and then just take those yards downfield and move the chains. Keep this drive alive. They're into the red zone now. Again, they're going to be looking for points, getting some success on the ground after halftime.
That's the thing, momentum builder for the Harbour Hawks, getting points here at the end of the first half. But really explosive offense here with McMinnis coming into the backfield here for Halifax. Nice blitz pickup initially, but that D-line swarming drops Brocklehurst.
Yeah, the Mustangs sent some pressure. They sent a blitz. It was picked up initially, and then the pressure got to him.
Watch McMinnis, number 20, step up, take on that blitz. Then the persistence of that D-line. And number 7, Jerome Chapanglia from Holland College, former Moncton High product. getting the job done here for the Mustangs.
So again, they're back to their double tight.
Quick throw, flag on the play. Could have impeded that receiver's route to the ball here. Could be going against the Mustangs. But Brocklehurst getting that ball out quick.
Penalty is against the Mustangs. They'll be able to repeat second down, 5 yards up. They get another chance at this.
Yeah, so making this a little shorter second down here for the Harbour Hawks. You can see Halifax going with that 5-man line. So you have your center guard, 2 tackles now, which are eligible as eligible receivers, but they're in there for extra blocking. You can see McMinns again, explosive run up the middle, cutting back. Man, is he fun to watch.
Yeah, this one again looked like it was designed to go upside. Inside. He saw something outside, bounced outside, was able to
Watch this off tackle. Boom, cuts it in.
make a guy
2
miss,
tackles.
spin, another miss, and just pick up those extra yards downfield. The Mustangs secondary have got to converge and make those tackles.
And that's again good adjustment here by Halifax, going with that double tight end set.
Yeah,
Forcing those halfbacks to come in now and play against the big boys. Looking to pass is Brocklehurst. Oh! He had Spencer Wells. Just overthrew him as he sort of stumbled.
Yeah, Wells
out of
was
his cut.
open and just overthrown a little bit. That could have been 6 points. So Halifax was able to make some adjustments at halftime, and they're moving the ball really well. Missed on this one, but they're down to the red zone and looking to score.
That's right, second down here for the Harbour Hawks at about the 7-yard line. Maybe going with the max protection here. You get your middle linebacker 92 to the right of Brocklehurst as a fullback. McMinnis as a tail. And the delay. Oh, fumble! Appears the Mustangs celebrating as if they have it. That would be a huge turnover in the red zone.
We'll find out what the officials saw. Who had control of that ball? If it is simultaneous possession, it would go back to the offense. If the defense, the Mustangs, had sole possession, it'll be a big turnover for them in the red zone.
There you see them discussing. There's 5 of the best right there on the field. As they spot the ball, let's see what the call is here. As looks like the Halifax offense staying on the field. As they're going to have a quick conference here with head coach Jason Terrace from the Mustangs and Micah Brown from the Harbour Hawks. But it appears that Halifax will retain possession of the ball, and the coach is just getting the brief rundown here of the call.
Yeah, 'cause some of these complicated calls, both teams will think they're entitled to the ball. So the head referee will want to talk to both head coaches to make sure that they know what the call is and why the call was made that way.
Exactly, yep. So appears they're getting the briefing notes. We get set here for play, and the call here from head referee Andrew Bubar. I didn't hear that call, but you can see them placing the ball here with the Halifax offense.
So again, Halifax will get started. They're in the red zone. They're looking for points. They're switching up from their double tight formation to their wide formation.
And really the reason they're doing that is for pass protection. As he goes to Spencer Wells, just out of the grasp. See, he had a hand on it, just unable to bring it down. Good coverage there. Number 4, again, having himself a day, Israel Alunga. Again, a lot of former AUS players now in the MFL league. And you can see the caliber of play is really reflective of the talent that's here.
He had a hand on it and just couldn't bring it in with that pressure right on his back.
But a bit of a tell here as well for Halifax, just based off of formation. When you see the 3-man line, expect pass. See, throws the corner route. He slips coming out of his cut.
Pass is incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
I don't know if he tried to throw that as a
little misstep there, or miscommunication. They weren't able to get it. Mustangs sending good pressure up front. Halifax picking it up, but that ball and the receiver weren't in the same place.
Not at all. I don't know if he was going to try to stop and go. Obviously, Brockler is throwing it to the back of the end zone. And his receiver, Manuel Fisher, hooking it up short, so Halifax went for it on 4th down late in the second quarter, unsuccessfully. But down here on the 7-yard line, looks like they're going to give it a go here once again.
Yeah, Halifax called the timeout. They've got to end up with points here. Probably deciding if a field goal for 3 points is enough, or do they want to go for 6. They're coming up with a strategy here. 4th down, it's their last shot at the end zone. How are they going to do it?
Judging by the fact that they missed their extra point, I doubt they're going to go for a field goal and take their shot with their offense on the field. But then again, I'm surprised they went for the extra point, knowing that you have your offense out there and going for 2. So I would be surprised if they rely on their kicking game here on in.
They've had great success with their passing game. The adjustments they made at halftime, they had the ground game, the run game moving. They had some runs up the middle, runs outside, sweeps. They could be doing anything here. They've had a little bit of success everywhere. Be real exciting to see what they do here.
This is 4th down. Let's see. Brocklehurst has the play. See if they go back to the ground here. And they do with the pitch to McMinns. He tries to bounce it. Oh, does he break the plane?
Oh, it looks
they
like
may
he's
be
out.
calling him at the 1. We got a Mustangs player down as well. But what an explosive run as McMinns looked to be bottled up in the backfield. He turned on the jets and got the corner.
Yeah, he saw his block on the outside, was reading to go inside or outside. He bounced it out. He was read inside, bounces it out. Almost taken down there, was able to get away, and just with that hit on the 3, he made it to the 1, just so close.
So a turnover on downs here as the Mustangs take over just inside their own 1-yard line. The Harbour Hawks getting up to the ball. Moncton wisely snapping it quickly as Halifax not in position. Flags are flying.
Flag down on the right.
But you can see big momentum shifter there as
Halifax was able to drive the field down to the 1-yard line and then turn the ball over on 4th down. There's some positive out of that. You got to drive it down the field, but they really needed points. Looks like a penalty for too many men on the field. That penalty's declined.
Let's get the official call here. Too many men, Halifax. Not only did they have too many men, they were 15 yards off the ball by the time it was snapped.
Yeah.
So they had too many men not in position. Let's see if they're ready here for this first down play for the Mustangs now. Nice run there by Ellis. Legs pumping up the middle.
Yeah, the Mustangs
And that's Morley. Why can't I get their numbers? I see 88 now. Looked like Ellis coming out of the backfield, but
Yeah, the Mustangs here use some motion and maybe get the Halifax defense a little bit on their heels, and Ellis was able to find a seam up the middle and pound the legs, drive for another big first down.
I don't think the motion had them on their heels as much as their 4 big offensive linemen did up front as they keep moving the pile again. Through that hole nicely, Cam Morley on first down, picking up 7 yards here.
Big blocks here by the offensive line. Look at the center down block there. Chris, you could have run the ball through there.
I'd still be running. He's had some big holes opened up here by that offensive line of the Mustangs. As well, good blocking to the outside here. Good job by Melnick reading that sweep. Halifax flowing to the ball.
Yeah, Halifax sent some heat here. Almost caught them up in the backfield. He's got some pressure.
Watch 18. He was reading sweep the whole time. Fortunately, fell down, lost contain. Almost bounced it outside for another couple yards.
Yeah, he had a good read on that until he slipped, and that was able to get the outside edge and pick up those yards.
And that flare pass by Moncton.
Yeah, the screen pass again. They had success with it earlier. Looks like Halifax saw it coming this time. They had a guy right in there. He saw it all the way, just over pursued a little bit, but was able to come back with that gang tackle. Not before the Mustangs were able to pick up a yard.
Yeah, good job there by Chris Brown. Securing that quick screen. Turning it upfield here for a short gain. Second down now for the Mustangs. Back to the ground.
Again, a huge drive for that offensive line there. They pushed the D-line back 10 yards. The running back's going to get 10 yards every time you push the D-line back. Look at them go. They just drive that wall back. That's easy to run by. Just push that wall.
Well, like you said, that O-line, good push up front. They get 5, they're 5 yards deep in the defensive backfield here before Morley hits the line. As you see, Comfort thrown deep, but Green out of bounds.
Yeah, he was open. Just the pass was off a little bit, came down out of bounds.
And by open, he was wide open. Nobody was around Green here on the left sideline as you see him. Couldn't tap the toes. And in the Canadian game, you only need 1 foot in bounds.
Correct. As long as you can get your first foot in bounds on the way down. But he just too much open space, and some of that open space was out of bounds.
There you see Evan Melanson, big offensive lineman here with the Mustangs, walking off under his own power. I don't know, one of the linemen on the top side released in a pass pattern there. Hopefully he didn't hurt himself running a go route.
Go route's not really in their in the vocabulary of a lineman.
Yeah, it's not in their passing tree. Again, back to that flare pass to Morley. Halifax wrapping them up here for a gain of about 4. Lots of pressure on Comfort in this one.
Yeah, when Halifax sees the lineman down, maybe thinking there's a weak spot, sends some pressure in there. Moncton was able to get to the outside, but the speed of that Harbour Hawks defense just closed in on him before he could get any extra yards.
Yeah, pressure on Comfort. Get that ball out quick. A little bit of miscommunication there on the exchange. Handoff. Comfort wisely moves forward behind that offensive line. As I'll get the first down myself as he brings it up just shy of the 40. Looks like it's going to be 4th and very short.
Here you can see the Harbour Hawks had good pressure, but on one side, but that left a seam on the left side, and Comfort just pushing on.
Good run there by Comfort. We'll see the big short yardage package here by the Mustangs, I'm sure. 4th and inches. As we hear whistles here on the field. Is there a timeout?
Oh, was that our injured player from before came in? When a player is injured, he has to be out for 3 plays. Maybe he came back in before those 3 plays. We had to get that cleared up before we can start the next play.
Ooh, some sneaky personnel changes. Well done there by the officiating staff as we get back here, 4th and short. Comfort with the keeper. And not every day you see 10 yards on a QB keep, but highly effective here for the Mustangs. Big push up front.
Dan Comfort is a big, strong quarterback. The O-line here surges off, is able to get him that 1 yard that he needs, and then Dan Comfort gets all of the next 6 yards from his own legs. Just him plowing the pile himself.
That's the thing. Nice push there up front. Denny Dwyer on. That offensive line here for the Mustangs. Really, Halifax in a poor defensive alignment for that short yardage situation.
And Mustangs again with the success on the ground with their big O-line, even their running backs, all the strong legs they have, they're getting a lot of stuff on the ground.
Oh, as they look to go to the outside now with nice pop at the end for Brady Newcomb. That slot sweep. Little misdirection here as Moncton's been pounded in the middle for 2 quarters.
Brady Newcomb able to pick up the first down on that one. Second-generation football player. His mother plays in the Women's Football League.
Some good intel there. Former standout of Moncton High. As Moncton now looking to finish off this nice drive from their own 1 yard line. Comfort rolling to his right. Throws! Intercepted by the Harbour Hawks.
What a huge interception here, a big turnover. Mustangs had driven the entire field, had great momentum going on, and that turnover changes the complexion of this.
Well, how much can both of these teams shoot each other in the foot here? I mean, looking to throw that drag in behind, but nice play there by the halfback for the Harbour Hawks sitting in that zone.
Quarterback Comfort had some pressure from behind. I don't know if you felt that, and but that's not the outcome that you want when you throw a ball.
Not the completion to interception ratio that you want to see out of your quarterback, but Halifax, a number of key critical turnovers in the red zone for the Harbour Hawks, both on 4th down and a number of fumbles and interceptions themselves. So long field here to go for the Harbour Hawks, but let's see if they can get down here as the clock winds down in the 3rd quarter. This will be the last quarter. The last play, Halifax will have the wind. They go to their 5-man set. Quick throw. Ooh. Look to be QB screen there. Wide receiver screen is the...
And some obvious miscommunication there. The receiver's not happy about that. Looked like they had a good play call. They were just somebody was in the wrong spot, did the wrong thing, and they needed to get some yards there to get out of their own goal line.
They're looking for a short, almost like a hit screen there at that point. Justin Coolin, 44, the receiver, looking for a short throw, and unfortunately Brocklehurst throw it deep. So now, surprising they were going for a quick hitch in that situation too, where your last play with the wind, thought maybe they'd take a shot down the sideline with McMinnis again.
Yeah, they had big success in the air, big passes. down there, that could have been their opportunity to use the wind and get into that good field position. As we switch quarters here, they still have a long way to go. And we'll see if they can keep using that ground game that they've developed at halftime, or if they keep looking to the air for success.
That'll be the challenge here for the Harbour Hawks now, as they are backed up on their 8-yard line or so here as we switch field position.
And in this situation, the Mustangs can send a lot of pressure, get some heat in there. They've got 3 down linemen. You may see a blitz from them.
Halifax running a 4-man line. Again, quick play, which I think they were trying to run at the other end of the field. Nets them all of 3 yards maybe.
Yeah, and here they send 24 Robichaux on a blitz up the middle. And Halifax had to force that ball out a little bit quick. Got it connected, but not a lot.
So that brings up 3rd down and about 5 here for the Harbour Hawks. I don't know if this is 4-down territory yet for them, so this is a big 3rd down play. And they look to run with McMinn. He's going to have to make this himself, as he had no blocking. Looks to be short of the first.
He was able to break a couple tackles and get some yards. It's going to be close.
So you're going to see here the QB running back exchange seems to be made up on the fly here, but again, McMinns is the guy you want to have the ball in his hands.
Yeah, he stretched out as much as he could, came up just short, so we're on a 4th down here.
But 4th and 3. And at this point, I don't mind Halifax going for it here after seeing their kicker. Going into the wind at this point here, really this is the smart play. I would trust the offense more than the field position you would get on a punt. He's got the drag to Wade Frazier. He's got some room for the first. And the run after catch. First time we've seen Wade Frazier here in the second half. And he makes the big pickup here for the Harbour Hawks to extend this drive on 4th down.
Yeah, that was a great play, a good catch. He's open there, gets to the outside. Carrying the ball a little bit suspect. The Mustangs could be going in to punch that ball out, get him wrapped up and get the ball out, get another turnover if he's going to carry the ball like that. But on that one, he had it secured. He got a 1st down. He got them out of the bad territory in closer to middle field.
So we've seen enough fumbles for today already, so hopefully ball security is improved upon here. But again, to McMinnis. Nice cut. Oh, he's looking to come back across the field. If he gets a block, flag on the field. McMinnis was cut off nicely as he looked to stretch that to the right and then turned it into a punt return.
Yeah, those cutbacks just looking to make something happen. Kind of desperation. There's no room there. Cutback inside. When you do those cutbacks, there's bodies everywhere, and the blocking's kind of made up on the fly, and when those cutbacks happen, it gets into a situation where you can have those illegal blocks where a lineman ends up pushing from behind because they change directions, and then an illegal block like that put you back 10 yards from trying to make something good happen. Then you've got a loss of 10.
That's the lost field position, but still 1st down. McMinnis can make anything happen here on the field. So let's see as they hand off again. So he looks to bust it outside. Running with authority. He gets back a few of those 10 yards.
Yeah, he is running outside, looking to make something happen, just driving his legs as much as he can. Again, makes one guy miss, makes 2 guys, breaks a 3rd tackle, but that slows him down enough that the rest of the Mustangs can come in and get him stopped.
He said, I'm not sure how much practice time the Harbour Hawks have had with this alignment, and McMinn's in the backfield as he started the game at wide receiver. But making the best with what they've got are the Harbour Hawks, and McMinn's dangerous every time he touches the ball, but maybe not the most well-designed plays that he's making something out of nothing on some of these handoffs, but dangerous on the field is number 20.
Yeah, maybe they are freelancing a little bit, but they are making stuff happen. They're great athletes, being able to adjust like that during the game. Stuff that obviously they hadn't practiced everything for, moving guys around and finding success where they can, picking apart the weaknesses that they find in the Mustangs, and being able to move the ball.
And that's just it here with injuries that the Harbour Hawks have had in the first half. You've got some players having to sub in different positions, and we may be needing another offensive lineman here. Is number 54, Kyle Hebb, unable to get off the field here.
And yeah, having a lineman down for Halifax would be a big loss. They need all the O-line help they can have. The Mustangs are sending a lot of pressure. Their O-line has been pretty good holding them up. Giving the quarterback time, giving the running backs some room to run. But yeah, you don't want to see a lineman limping off. Their legs are their business.
Well, that's you see, you're not being able to put any weight on that, whether or not that was an ankle or a knee, but it looked like it was a non-contact play, so that could even be an Achilles. As you got to call some of the big boys to carry off one of their brothers here. Let's certainly hope he's all right. And like we mentioned earlier, these guys, there's no guaranteed contracts where you get paid the whole year. You're not getting paid at all, and you got to show up at work on Monday. So let's hope it's nothing serious for Mr. Hebb. He's had himself a great game so far. There's a completed pass. Oh, just one tackle away from getting to the sideline. That was Manuel Fisher.
Yeah, Halifax had Fisher open over the middle, was able to connect, wide open there, runs for some yards. One key block missed right there, and it was able to just trip him up. He could have been gone for another 20 yards if it wasn't for that.
Good tackle there by the Mustangs. 3rd and 5 here for the Harbour Hawks. This would be a big conversion if they can keep the sticks moving. Over the middle, high, oh! Dangerous throw. He was looking for Wade Frazier.
Yeah, those throws over the middle in traffic, they've been connecting them, but they could be dangerous. So this one just ended incomplete.
Couple deep crossing patterns. Has the underneath, a little too high, looking for Wade Frazier. Over top of that, but good coverage by the Mustangs. Now bringing up 4th down, and I think if you're the Harbour Hawks at this point, it's 4-down territory every drive.
Yeah, let's go for it on 4th down.
See if they can wear out this Mustang defense. Going deep down the sideline.
Oh.
Out of the grasp of Justin Coolin.
The quarterback put it where it couldn't be picked off, but couldn't just get turned around enough to get the ball after changing shoulders.
Good coverage there by Joel Rickard on the outside. Again, threw that basically to the sideline. So turnover on downs here for the Mustangs, where they get possession here at the Halifax 44, let's call it.
Yeah, it's a short field to start in. Moncton's going to capitalize on that.
Back to the ground game early. Ellis runs into one of his own blockers. Taken down for a short gain. But again, I like seeing... Look at your receivers in there in the box throwing.
Ellis
Newcomb.
Ellis has great speed, but runs into the back of one of his own players and isn't able to use his speed. That allows the Halifax defense to adjust and wrap him up.
So Newcomb not afraid to stick his nose. Oh, fumble there by Comfort. Oh, he fell on it. Recovered by Halifax. Melnick being out earlier in the game, back in with a big fumble recovery here.
Big turnover. Yeah, the ball was loose. Comfort jumped on it, just missed. The ball's still loose. And Halifax was able to come up with it.
And Melnick is some kind of fired up here as well. Big momentum shift for Halifax. That offense back on the field, so a two-play break here for that Mustang defense, and they're right back out there. And if I'm Halifax, I'm taking my shots deep right off of that turnover.
Yeah, Halifax had success in the air. Get that right away.
Let's see if they go back to it here. Brocklehurst in the gun. Tipped. Blown dead from that turnover.
They do rule an interception, but he is down where he caught it on the ground.
You're going to see here Brocklehurst looking over the middle. Picked there by Alunga. Looked like he had his elbows under that ball, but they call him dead. Basically, once you're down on the ground, you can't advance the ball from that position. But the interception stands. Moncton right back on the field.
Yeah, turnover after turnover. Halifax had a big break. Kept using those dangerous passes over the middle. That one tipped and got picked off.
I would have taken a shot to the outside, but over the middle, ever dangerous. Those tip balls back to the ground here for Morley. So he gets swarmed here by Zach Kane and finished off by number 70 for the Harbour Hawks. Kevin James
runs up the middle and the hole closes up. He stutters to look for a hole, and the Harbour Hawks just converge on him there for a gang tackle.
So you also see McMinn's playing some D end here for the Harbour Hawks, who's also repping as their tailback and was playing receiver earlier in the game. So a little Ironman ball playing both ways, making an impact. Oh! Going on the hard count was McMinnis, but...
So, yeah, the defense jumped here. He knew he jumped and just... he knew it right.
Offside, we hear there from the official.
As soon as that defensive line player breaks the plane of the ball, they're going to whistle that dead. If he was just in the neutral zone, they let it go, it would be a free play. But he broke the plane, so it's whistled dead. That's 5 yards.
Yeah, unimpeded to the quarterback as well, so to prevent quarterback or running back getting a big hit here, they blow that play dead. Comfort back in the pistol. Hand off to Ellis. Big hole. Oh, he's got the outside. That's Morley, sorry. Wrapped up as he gets down to the 15.
Yeah, Cam Morley had a big run up the middle, then cuts outside, and then shifts another gear and just accelerates past the Harbour Hawks.
Nice off tackle run there by Morley. Again, attacking. Aggressive defensive end play. Let him rush upfield and run in behind it. You can see Halifax with their hands on their hips here a little bit, as they've been on the field for a long time. Ellis now up the middle.
Yeah, the Harbour Hawks have been great at chasing down those runs and stopping them, but they were a little slow on that one and able to get a huge run. Here the Harbour Hawks were able to stuff them. They 92 Zach Kane was able to wrap them up, and then the rest of the Harbour Hawks come in to finish the tackle.
Moncton quickly up to the line. Oh, bit of play action. Incomplete pass. That ball hit the ground before getting to Leslie Green. 7:15 left here in the fourth quarter. Mustangs up 9-6. 3-point game. They're knocking on the door here inside the 10-yard line. So big set of downs here to see if Moncton can extend their lead to get a little more of a cushion here against the Harbour Hawks, who have been pressing. but sort of a myriad of turnovers here for both teams, negating some momentum. Moncton now quads to the left side of the field, run up the middle with Ellis. Looks like he's down at the 1. He may have broken the plane. They're marking him.
Yeah, another powerful run by Ellis.
Again, running behind that O-line with Newcomb. Impressed with Newcomb's blocking this game. He hasn't been afraid to stick his nose in there with the big boys.
Yeah,
for a wideout.
For a young player, he's really coming into his own and making some good plays.
Cut back by Ellis. He gets stuffed, but he breaks the plane for the touchdown. As the Mustangs celebrate on the field, giving them a bit of a cushion here against the Harbour Hawks. Bringing the score to 15-6 pending the extra point, whether they go for 1 or 2. But a 9-point lead here, so basically a 2-score game for the Harbour Hawks to come back.
Yeah, the Halifax had him wrapped up, but he was able just to keep his feet driving and fall forward for that extra yard to be able to get in. That was a big, powerful, non-give up, never give up. That's
right, Ellis kept the legs pumping, able to... Again, you just have to break the plane of the goal line with the nose of the football. It looks like they're actually going to kick the extra point here to bring the score to 16-6. Again, where it's a 2-score game. Halifax has to score 2 times.
And so close. Halifax was a few times, and these turnovers in a close game like this, a turnover, a penalty can change the game. So after this, Halifax will get ready to receive and move that ball again.
Well, lots to break down in game film for Halifax going into next week, as they had a number of opportunities inside the red zone of the Mustangs, unable to capitalize and come away with points, as Ben George powers through the extra point off the scoreboard. Making that 16-6 here for the Mustangs. So 10-point lead, 6:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. With Halifax getting the ball back going into the wind here at Rocky Stone Field. Chris Corey along with Bob Prosser calling the action for you here this afternoon. Some exciting MFL action coming down to the final minutes here of the fourth quarter. Good matchup between both of these teams, the Halifax Harbour Hawks, Moncton Mustangs. Obviously looking to get back the defending champion St. John Wanderers in action this week as well. As we get ready here for the kickoff from Ben George. Now Halifax electing to receive the kick. Do they not have the option as well to take the ball on the 35?
After a touchdown, they have to kick off. For field goals and safeties, they have options: kick, return, or scrimmage. So here they're going to return. We'll see if Mustangs kick it deep.
The kick is off. George has got the leg, and he darn near boots it out of the end zone. But this is McMinnis, who's got the ball in his hands. He's dangerous. If he gets to the outside. Oh, he cuts back directions again. Dangerous in his own end zone. Is that a safety? At the 1-yard line, setting his offense up in terrible field position. But needing 2 scores, McMinnis basically has to try anything he can here to break one.
Yeah, he's just trying to make something happen. He was almost out to the 10 and ends up losing some ground back to the 1. This kick deep into the end zone, he got it out. And it doesn't matter where he gets it. It's going to go dead. And maybe lucky to not give up a safety.
And here you don't get your forward progress, even though he was out to the 10. Once you go back and get tackled, the ball is going to be spotted where you're tackled at.
Yeah, he went back on his own. If he had been pushed back, he would get his forward progress, but he went back just trying to make something happen. And with the Mustangs' pursuit, there was no room to make anything extra happen there.
Well, clock's running here, 5:56 in the fourth quarter. On the 1-yard line, if you need to drive for Halifax, you got to go 109 yards. Brocklehurst back to pass early. Ball's up to the outside. Incomplete for number 44, Justin Coolin, who's had a couple opportunities here to make plays, just unable to come down with the reception.
Yeah, the Mustangs send some pressure, but Halifax has time to get the ball off. Just as he's jumping for that ball, ends up bumping into Joel Ricard there and not being able to get the extension that he needs to come down with that ball.
Harrison Trimble product on the corner here for the Mustangs. Late in the fourth quarter. Brocklehurst again going out to the sideline. Coolin makes the catch, but quickly wrapped up here by a swarm of tacklers, led by number 27, Joel Rickard. You're going to see even up front, they're running a bit of a stunt up front here with the D-line.
Good wrap by Joel. Joel is not letting that player out. Joel was the 2007 league spelling bee champion.
Quite a prestigious trophy, I hear. But again, if you're the Mustangs on defense looking to keep everything in front of you, come up and make that tackle and let the clock run. 4:45 left here in the fourth quarter. 16-6, the Mustangs lead. Halifax here on third down. Brocklehurst back to pass here again in the pocket. Out to Wade Frazier has been his main target, but he's wrapped up at the spot of the catch.
Yeah, Halifax is still able to catch those passes, but the Mustangs are not letting them get any yards from them. They're not moving the ball the way they were.
And Wade Frazier made some great catches here today, but he's not your speed burner who's going to catch the ball for 5 yards and then take it another 105 with his speed. You've got your most dangerous weapon, number 20, in the backfield pass blocking for you. So I'm not sure why they don't bump him out here to a receiver position, as he's the most lethal weapon that they have at this point here offensively. Brocklehurst get that ball off. Oh, nice catch! If he hung on to it, is that Wells? He paid the price for it. Landing hard.
Yeah, shooken up on that. Big hit coming down with the ball, but he was able to concentrate, keep possession of that ball. Comes down hard on his back.
He's grabbing for the tailbone right off the landing, but big catch here for Wells, who's made a number of big catches over the middle here for the Harbour Hawks this afternoon. Really elevated for that one. Good hands to keep that ball all the way to the ground. Able to walk off on his own power. Again, Halifax going into the wind here, right to left, as there's still a breeze blowing here at Rocky Stone Field.
Yeah, injuries have been maybe a big game changer for this close game, and having to lose guys for a couple of plays. It really, they have to move people around, making adjustments. It's hard to manage all of that with such a fast-paced and close game. They need things moving.
Very hard to manage, especially when you may not have the luxury of having 2 or 3 backups at each position here. You have a short roster where guys who are playing defense are then asked to rep in on offense with no practice reps, but they're giving it all they got here. As the Harbour Hawks, Brocklehurst back to pass again. Oh, he's wrapped up. Is that Dunstan? Big tackle here by the D-line for the Mustangs.
Yeah, the D-line keeps fighting, keeps pressure on them, and eventually comes up with a sack right here.
You're going to see their good job by that defensive line. Adam Hunter, Ben Dunstan in there. Blake Allen as well. And that's the beauty of having depth here on your defense, where you can rep in and keep guys fresh. Laid it up for Wade Frazier. Oh, McIntyre almost had the interception. Wade Frazier had a bit of a corner route. Not sure why. They also had Coolin running a streak in the same area. But you're going to see here a nice ball into the wind. But two receivers.
Yeah, and just off the mark, two receivers right there.
That's usually not how you draw it up. If it works, great, but it's not sure if he was throwing to that corner route on Wade Frazier, number 10, or the streak on Coolin. Neither receiver able to come up with the catch. As it's going to be 3rd and about 15 here for the Harbour Hawks. 2:40 left in the 4th. 10-point lead for the Mustangs, so the Harbour Hawks have to score, convert an extra point or a 2-point conversion, and also score again with a kick. Oh, ball's out as Brocklehurst hit here.
Yeah, he gets hit as he's throwing the ball, and that's a tough break. Halifax is running out of time to get stuff moving. They've got a really long 4th down coming up here.
It's going to be 4th and forever here for the Harbour Hawks. Really 4th in the game, possibly. Felix LeBlanc in on Brocklehurst to knock that ball free here before he could get that throw off. So Mustangs probably going to play a little bit of off coverage, but everybody seems to be uptight to the line here. Bringing pressure. They're going to have a 3-1. Brocklehurst flushed out to his left. Thrown across his body. Good ball. Oh, intercepted. Playing deep safety was Ilunga with another interception. He's going to take it to the house as he goes down the right sideline.
Israel Ilunga on the interception, good for a Mustangs touchdown.
And that's going to do it in terms of the score. But you're going to see here a nice spin move.
Makes one miss. Then pursuit angles. He's just faster than that lineman.
Even, too, as a safety, when you can run up on the ball with the head of steam and continue all the way down to the end zone.
That play kind of broke down. It looked like Halifax's quarterback had room to run, maybe to get close to the first down, but again, out of desperation, trying to make something happen, get a big play, he threw a ball that maybe he shouldn't have.
That's good defense by the Mustangs, too, flushing him to his off-throwing side. So he's flushed to his left, having to throw across his body. He threw a nice ball, just not able to get enough mustard on it to get it to his receiver. And that safety reading the QB the whole way, able to jump that route and intercept it and take it back for a touchdown. The extra point is good by Ben George, extending the lead to 23-6 here for the Mustangs. 2:11 left to play in the 4th. So this will bring Moncton up to 2-1 after suffering a defeat to the St. John Wanderers, defending champion St. John Wanderers in Week 1 here in the MFL. Able to even their record last week against the Fundy Ducks, and now another hard-fought battle here against the Halifax Harbour Hawks. Get them back in the win column here with a 2-1 record. Said the MFL, a 5-team league this year. Going to be pretty tight across the board.
Yeah, it's a good league. I don't know. They're building up, adding teams, which is great. It's good to see this grow again. The league was up to 10 teams. Maybe we can see it grow, be more competitive, and add more teams. It's really good football. It's good to see it. There's a lot of good football players in the Maritimes, and we like watching these games.
Absolutely, some exciting football action here for sure. But just looking at both teams' rosters, you can see the amount of AUS, AFL, SAJET players here that are in the league. You can tell the caliber of play is definitely there. Some nice moves here by number 21 here for the Harbour Hawks. Devin Taylor.
An interesting kickoff. Again, just trying to make something happen. Bounces. He's able to pick it up. Looking for blocks, looking for a seam, and needing to make something happen. Get some field position. They want to get some first downs before this game is over.
Well, they're going to need some points here before this game's over if they're looking to try and tie this game up before half. 2:03 left in the fourth quarter. And a lot of times with those kicks, kicking to an up back, basically kicking away from danger, as in the returner, and not allowing Halifax to set up a proper return here and making one of the up backs try to make something out of nothing. A little safer than getting burned on a deep kick. And no, Brocklehurst going down quick here as the Mustangs just swarming.
Oh, another big hit.
Alec Pellerin. Brocklehurst certainly earning his stripes here this afternoon.
Yeah, the Hawks have had some good success with the passing game, but the Mustangs have shut it down. They're sending pressure, getting big hits on that quarterback, is slowing down his passes, making him think during his reads.
So blitzing Cam Bell there from his linebacker position, but getting a good push by Pellerin, playing left end. Trevor Robichaud now ND end as well here, 77. Adam Hunter at tackle. Quick hitch pass to the outside.
Again, trying to get that outside edge. Lost maybe a yard or two trying to fight to make something happen.
That's complete to Joey Ramsey.
Just catch that ball, take your positive yards.
It's going to bring up third down here. 15 to go. 1:42 left on the clock. Moncton holding on here to a 23-6 lead late in the fourth quarter. Halifax trying to come back here within a score as they hand off. And McMinns, who's been dynamite all game, nowhere to go. As Cameron Bell on the blitz. Guess he just free to pursue the ball here.
Harbour Hawks, their passing success has gone down. Tried to run again and just got caught. Caught in the backfield. A big loss. This is a real tough series of downs.
A little bit of Conor McGregor there as well after the tackle. Let's see what Halifax has lined up. Fourth down. And 15, if not more. Oh, we're looking at, after that loss on that tackle by Bell, 15 and 24 to go.
So one of the few punts of this game.
Bit of a UFO punt, comes out sideways into the arms of Ilunga, who just returned that interception. He gets about 8 yards on the return. But more importantly, the Mustangs getting possession of the ball here. 1:09 left in the game. Should be able to run this clock out fairly easily with the Mustangs.
Yeah, they'll come out here and they'll just run the ball. They've had success moving the ball. They'll run it, keep the clock going.
Now that's
Don't chance one of those interceptions that we've seen.
well, and that's the thing. Even the exchange here, quarterback, running back exchange, making sure there's no fumble here in the handoff. As Comfort gets set here in the pistol. Oh, and Morley gets the edge, looking to take this to the house. There may be an illegal block here on the outside against White. Flag is down.
There's a flag down on the line.
And you can see a lot of Halifax players at this point here really running on fumes. Number of players have been playing both ways.
Yeah, it's been a long game for Halifax, having to play both ways, new positions, having to make adjustments. Yeah, they're running out of gas, and you can see it. The big block there by Akeem White will...
Going to be a hold, I guess, on the outside. Going to take that play back, but still ran a number of seconds off the clock here. There's 1 minute now remaining. Morley's definitely got the speed.
It'll be first and 20.
Just getting the edge with the assist of holding here. So first down from the 45. And basically same play, just to the wide side of the field. Wrapped up for about a gain of 1.
Yeah, Halifax knows that runs are coming. They just stop the runs for running plays for the next 56 seconds.
There is going to be some room to the outside where Halifax stacking the box. If Morley can break one to the outside off tackle, he should have lots of room to run. Let's see, Moncton going quads to the right here. So that left tackle or tight end is going to be eligible, still running the ball. Oh, as we see some late action here, temper starting to flare.
Yeah, it's been a close and intense game up till this point, and it starts getting away. Tempers are hot.
You're going to see here if the play is over, if there's any... Oh, maybe a little bit after the play, but it was just finishing his block. It's number 52, Jarek McWilliams. Clock running now. This should be probably the last play of the game here as we're down to 14 seconds. And they run to Morley, who goes to the outside. Another flag on the play.
Flag down on the play.
As some more pushing and shoving ensues here. The outcome of this game not in question. Let's see if they can just have cooler heads prevail as 6 seconds remain on the clock. The game can't end on a defensive penalty, so depending on if this is an illegal block or a hold, we'll see what the call is.
Another holding penalty from the offense. That their receivers and O-line blocking big all game. I don't know if maybe they're getting tired and doing some grabbing, but 2 holding penalties kind of unheard of for the Mustangs.
Yeah, especially in the same drive. But with 6 seconds left here in the game, are they going to take a knee or are they going to run the play out? They are going to run a play as Ellis now looking to break it to the outside and run the clock out as he's tackled at about the 35, but that's going to do it here for the Moncton Mustangs and the Halifax Harbour Hawks. Moncton holds on here for a 23-6 win at Rocky Stone Field, improving their record to 2-1 as they continue on here in the MFL season, looking for a big matchup here with the St. John Wanderers as well, who they had in Week 1. So again, some pretty good football action here, Bob. What are your thoughts here on the game? Yeah,
the game in a whole, really good. It was close and competitive, but injuries and going both ways, new stuff against Halifax. Their injuries kind of stretched it out in the last part of the game. But Halifax had a great game. There were turnovers back and forth that really could have changed the complexion of the game. Some lucky breaks, and Halifax just getting tired on the bench.
That's what it was. A lot of momentum swings here with fumbles and interceptions, but tight game, 16-6, late into the fourth quarter. A big interception return here by number 4 from the Mustangs. Israel Ilunga really patted that lead, putting it out of reach here for the final minutes, but a really competitive game the whole way through. Both teams battled. A lot of guys played both ways, and we saw some exciting football action here at Rocky Stone Field. So for Bob Prosser, Chris Corey here for Rogers TV, signing off. We'll see you next week for some exciting MFL football action.